to keep both feet in bounds. A lot of positives on that play for sure.
For him to look good in this one, does it give you more confidence that he can go out there in these last two massive games and deliver for you guys? Even though Brad played as well, does it give you more confidence that Cutter can go out there in a tough Texas?
I think it's a great opportunity for him. You never know right in that kind of stage when you have a quarterback how he's going to really respond. He looked really good today. He really did, and so I think that's a huge bonus for us.
He's got some wheels on him. Did everybody know that?
Yeah, he's always been that guy that's sneaky athletic. I think that's the biggest thing. Anytime you have a player that's that size, maybe sometimes you don't anticipate or expect it, but we've known that from the beginning with him. He's got good athleticism and can make plays with his legs.
Bush, when Brock underthrows those first two deep balls as badly as he did, the red flags immediately start going up about health, but was that just mechanics or something going on in those two throws?
Yeah, we're going to have to look at it. I mean, we know, Brock's a warrior, and again, it's been back and forth this week with him trying to do everything he could to get himself ready to play. And again, he's, everything this team wants to be, he certainly is. And I commend again to Cutter, because it wasn't a situation where he was out there taking every rep this week as well. And so for both those guys to come out there, some good positives.
First of all, yes, it felt like a very long game, but being able to stay engaged is not an issue. I mean, once you're in between those lines, I mean, you're trying to defend every blade of grass, no matter who's out there, and so no, that's not an issue. But yes, did feel like a very long game.
How did the Grant Godfrey, he got his first start, how well was the communication, and just how tough of a challenge is it to find somebody to fill in D-Jack's shoes?
Yeah, no, I thought he did a really admirable job. I thought, he was fairly clean. I think early on there was a couple of things that we just had to make some corrections on the sideline. He saw it. He recognized it. He's really smart, conscientious. We'll have to go back to the film. I thought it seemed like he tackled fairly well. There was the one drive I was not pleased with our tackling. But, for the most part, again, I thought the guys, they struggled, they strained. Was not clean by any means, but they find a way to rise up and get off the field, with some of those interceptions. And so, proud of their effort.
You speak on the interceptions. Jordan Lovett with 2 of them today. What do you see from him out there?
Yeah, Jordan's always been a ball hawk. Jordan, he has a way to get around the football. Wish he would have stayed on his feet on the one that he caught, back on our side of the field. Would have had a chance to really advance the ball, flip some field position. But offense did a great job, just moving the ball sort of up and down the field. The field position, wasn't a big deal. It will be obviously the next 2 games, and we've got to do our part.
Brad, Mark said that Derek's out for the year. Just how do you feel about your depth at that inside linebacker spot, especially with Dave Ren's got his 4 games used now? You don't have a lot of options there. It feels like.
Yeah, from an option standpoint, we are what we are, but that's why this game was so huge for Grant. To gain that experience. For Javon to get those snaps, for even Antoine Smith to get those snaps, just because you never know what's going to happen in the last 2. Obviously, I thought it was really, a big game for Alex Afari in the sense that, he got to take, hey, this is sort of, my defense, and I say my in the terms of, hey, listen, you're that. You're the seasoned inside linebacker in this game. You're walking in. Hey, Grant's going to look to you to be the communicator, to be able to anchor in. I thought Alex played a really good game today, and obviously we'll need that. It'd be good to get Pop back, and then you've got some guys behind that at least have some snaps under their belt.
Well, for the future too. I mean, Derek and Pop, they're probably not back after this. So how can they build on those young guys towards, filling in big shoes next season?
Yeah, you can't replace reps, in getting comfortable. And so as many guys as we were able to get in today, even though it's not clean, it helps gain experience, and they can use that, and they can use what, special teams reps they've had this year. They can use those defensive reps. They can carry that, into the offseason and into next year.
How great was it to see Josiah Hayes back after that long injury absence?
It was, to have him back out of practice and then to get him out there, it's awesome. Josiah's, a force in there, and you think about, we were really excited to have the opportunity to have Keyshawn and Josiah this year. Obviously it didn't happen, with the injury, but to get him down the stretch, that really sort of helped solidify the middle of that, of that defensive line, so hopefully we can get guys healthy this week and, look a little bit more, look a little deeper, when we go into next week.
Murray State, with them, they were able to get a couple chunk plays to get into the red zone, but once they got in the red zone, it was kind of...
For Jackson, especially him being a former walk-on, if I ain't gonna lie, Jackson, that's my guy, man. I'm gonna say that first of all. He works. I was about to say that. He works his butt off. He works his butt off every day, all day, and I love it for Jackson, man.
Jordan, how good does it feel just to get back into the win column?
Hey, it feels great, man. It feels great, especially a team like this going in next week with a great team like Texas. It feels great going back into the win column because it kind of gives us that confidence we needed,
How often do you all practice that tip drill?
Hey, every day. It's called the turnover circuit. We do it before every practice. You can ask any of the defensive players. Turnover circuit, we practice it with Coach White all the time.
You were a ball hawk in high school, and you've had some picks in the past, but none this year. So did that get frustrating that the turnovers weren't happening?
No, I didn't get frustrated. You just got to be patient, be patient, wait your time. And speaking of high school, I broke the state record for most interceptions in the game. In high school, I had 4, I think against Barron County. And I was trying to get it, but they took me out. So, hey.
Next week.
Yeah, next week, man. Thank y'all so much.
How would you just evaluate this season for you? Because I know you played quite a bit last year, but there was a lot of injuries and stuff. And now that you've been able to really get extended run as a starter, how do you think you've improved as a player? How do you think you played?
I think I've played very well. I've definitely left some plays on the table myself, and I could do better myself throughout this whole season. It's the defense as well. And I feel like I've played well, and y'all should see these next 3 games. Like I said, it's like a 3-game season now, so we just got to finish strong. These next 3 games, y'all see the best out of me. I'm going to tell that right now.
How tough is it when you lose a guy like D-Jack, who's just such a staple for this defense?
A guy like D-Jack is like the quarterback of the defense. So you lose the quarterback of the offense, it's kind of out of luck. But D-Jack, it sucks losing D-Jack, but it is what it is. Next guy up.
How important is it to come out of the bye with a win before you head into 2 very tough games?
Usually at the bye week, everybody has to log back in. And like I said, I feel like we played the bye week coming into this game. It was great. And like I said, I feel like this gives us confidence going to the next, playing a great team like Texas,
Through your head there, DB gets his hand on it, then it's in your hands. What happened?
Just day one stuff, stay focused on the ball, stuff Coach Short, Coach Bush teach us, just focus on the ball and just make a play.
How cool was that for you? You finally
It was good. It was excited. I was excited. Full of rush, adrenaline rushing. I was just happy.
That kind of a moment you've been dreaming of for a while?
Yeah.
How come? What have you been dreaming about?
Get my first touchdown. I already achieved my first catch in Auburn game. Then I got my teammates, the receiver room, always behind me. So like when I got my first touchdown, it was just like excitement, room full of excitement.
What's this year been like for you to get hurt at the beginning of the year? It took a while for you to finally get on the field, but now you're starting to produce.
Yes, sir. First, so I came here in November. Came here early. Got here spring fall camp went well. I got hurt in fall camp, so it's like I would say I'm never down because everybody here made sure I was up, made sure I was happy, still in the book, still just being me. So then when I get back on the field, it's just basically the same thing, playing ball, do what I could do, and show what I could do.
What do you see from Cutter? Not just both in practice and what you saw from him today.
Today, improvement. A lot of improvement from all the younger guys. Everybody that's young, that's been practicing really hard. Cutter's just a great kid all around. So he just, whatever he doing practice, he'll do in the game. He getting better at that.
What's different with Brock with Cutter?
I say, the only thing different is Cutter's just younger. That's the only difference. They both great dudes, both bringing enthusiasm to practice, leaders, hard leaders, make sure they're hard on you and make sure you know everything, just united.
Do they have any differences on, how to throw the ball, how it comes into your hands, like the zip on it, anything?
For real, both of them, it's catchable. So the only thing is just put it where I can catch it, and that's what they do.